Welcome back to the Blerdiverse. Today we are reacting to another thing. I mean, there's a lot of uploads coming, I know, but heck, got reaction fever. So hey, let's see what's up. Checking out a couple of people I'm subscribed to and everything. Today on this video specifically, tongue tie, tongue twist, fucking on your bitch like ooh, got bars in this bitch. Woo, woo. Today we are checking out WesSideLive, Westside. Niggas hilarious as fuck. Heck, man of culture. Hope West past the West, man of culture. If you want to get some culture, watch his videos. You will learn how to send these thoughts to the streets, to the gulag, to the streets of Wakanda. From the streets did she emerge. Into the streets she will return. From the Book of Future, Chapter Pluto, verses 1 through 2. But today we're going to be reacting to him ranking the Star Wars tier list. Just to let you know, I've seen some of his reactions before. Sometimes I agree with him, other times he be wilding. Let's see if we on the same page. Let's get cracking.
Hate, load, hate it. About to do a Star Wars tier list. This is a tier list I've been asked by many of y'all to do, especially after doing that DC movie tier list. And if you haven't seen the DC movie tier list, go down and check down below in the link description.
I'd recommend it.
If you want to check out the DC tier list. As a comic book movie fan, I am also a pretty big Star Wars fan. When I mean pretty big, I mean a huge Star Wars fan. Been watching it since I was a child, still watch it today, even though there's some highs and there's some really, really lows. But I still love it.
Ain't that the fucking truth? At me on this. All new Star Wars movies suck, except for the exception of Rogue One. At me on that. Suck ass. Rogue One was lit though. Everything else trash.
I still stand it. I'm here to rank and tier all the Star Wars material. Now, if you never watched Star Wars before, because I know there's some out there that haven't, or that doesn't really feel Star Wars, maybe this is a chance, to watch this video, and try to, get into Star Wars. I love Star Wars. A lot of people love Star Wars for a reason. So, maybe this will be a good start, and you could kind of see where you want to do from watching this tier list and whatnot. I am doing every single movie, every single show. Okay, so starting off, 2-pack of ass.
Hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Meh, banger, and masterful. Not too many tiers this time. I don't think I need too many tiers. There's not too much, stuff from stuff that's not like 20, 30, 40 movies or whatnot. So I don't think I need too much. For whatever reason, none of these tier lists that I looked up, because I didn't make my own this time, I just looked up by default, don't have Star Wars The Clone Wars. Don't have the original Star Wars Clone Wars 2003 series. I don't know why. It was freaking fantastic. People always forget about this.
That shit was flame. I remember it came on Cartoon Network back in the day. Oh my god, bruh. The fight between Anakin and Ventress, goated fucking moment. Wish we had that shit in the theaters, but yeah, we'll see.
Nobody, there were so many people that really haven't watched that banger of a series, man. I remember that. It was okay. I wouldn't say I remember every detail of the series, so I can't put it in masterful, but what I remember, it was definitely a banger. So even if it's not here, okay, use your force powers, spirit powers, okay, in spirit and force, okay, and imagine it being at banger, because that's where I would put it. Starting off, Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Now, this is a movie that used to be one of my favorites. Now that I watch it over and over again, not so much. I can definitely see the criticisms for it. I'm not going to put it in meh. I don't think it's a meh movie. I definitely think it's a banger. I think it's between, if I had one, I probably would have one between meh and banger. But if I had to choose, I'll probably still put it in banger. It's still a banger movie at least. movies. Like, I would definitely say it's a really entertaining movie, at least. But there, I would say I agree with some of the people that are like, Return of the Jedi really ain't that good.
I mean, my thing is a lot of old movies, if you rewatch them, really don't hold up because of the writing, effects, and just time itself is just. I mean, go rewatch some like the old Superman movies. Them shits is weird. Or old Star Wars. I mean, heck, some parts is just yeah. But heck, man, for what it's worth, it still stands the test of time and is a classic. I mean, the original trilogy is it's a classic. Has its issues, but still classic shit.
I can kind of see some of the points now that I go back and watch it, but it is what it is. Rogue One. Now there are some fanboys and fangirls of Rogue One for real. Like this one got some a good amount of fanboys to Rogue One. Rogue One, I would say the beginning of it is meh, and the ending of it is masterful. Rogue One, it definitely has a top 3 best ending in all of Star Wars.
When this nigga Darth Vader come through, like it's just dark. You see that red lightsaber light up and start murking niggas left, right. That's the reason why that movie's goated. Just for that moment alone, goated. I mean, you already knew everybody's going to die before the first one, but yeah.
Okay, that's for sure. That's guaranteed. Okay, Rogue One was. I'm gonna have to come in the middle and say banger. Okay, between meh and masterful. You haven't watched Star Wars, like Rogue One is actually not a bad start. Like if you watch Rogue One, it's definitely a movie you could take on its own and still enjoy completely without being a Star Wars fan. Empire Strikes Back. Of course I'm gonna put it in masterful because I'll be lynched if I didn't.
You really would, B.
I said wake the fuck up. Sleepy time is over, little motherfucker. Let's go.
Empire Strikes Back, considered one of the greatest movies of all time, at least one of the greatest sci-fi movies. How I personally feel about Empire Strikes Back, I agree. It is an amazing movie. One of the best endings in Star Wars. You know, one of the most probably the most iconic ending in all of movie history. I don't think anybody can deny that. Do I like everything? I do think Empire Strikes Back is a little slow. You know, okay, it's definitely not my favorite, but I can see like from a objective sense, like yeah, this movie is pretty great. Definitely not my favorite, but it is a very good movie. Okay, and if I didn't say that, you know, I would be shocked. I would be shocked. Star Wars: New Hope. Masterful. Oh, I love Star Wars: New Hope so much. I actually like Star Wars: New Hope more than Empire Strikes Back. I don't know. There's just something very
Empire.
like just pure fun, just pure goodness. You know, that underdog start out story. The perfect movie of a boy that came for nothing, that turned out to be a legend, with a smart mouth bounty hunter, with his friend Chewbacca, and the sassy main female character, who we all love, Princess Leia, R.I.P. Carrie Fisher, going up against the dark forces of evil. So simple, but done so well. Yep. Absolutely love it. Star Wars: The Force Awakens is an absolute banger. Okay, that is a banger of a movie. Okay, I know some people don't like the sequel.
I mean, my thing is a new, like, what's the name? That one specifically is just a rehash. So that's the only reason. It's not a banger. It's meh for me personally. Like everything else on this, I can agree with. I mean, I'll probably put Rogue One masterful shit. But I mean, heck, bro, that one it's just a rehash of A New Hope, and I mean, heck, it's a way to bring new kids to Star Wars for like a new generation because now you have a female Jedi, you got Black Stormtroopers, more diversity and all that. You know, all the inclusion aspects. Cool. I'll put it on for my kids if I have some, but it's alright. I'll put it in meh. Let's see how you rank the rest of this list. The real question is how he gonna rate these prequels? Because these prequels, people love to complain. The older generation, my generation, we love the prequels. Shit, Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith, Clone Wars. Woo!
Was okay. And we're gonna get to the rest of the sequels in a minute, okay? You already see the 2-pack of ass coming, okay? You already see it coming. We're gonna get to the rest of the sequels later. But as far as Star Wars The Force Awakens, I love the Star Wars Force Awakens. Okay, some people be like, oh, it's just a clone of New Hope. I was like, oh, okay. If it's a clone of New Hope, why do you think I love it so much? If I love New Hope, and Star Wars The Force Awakens is a clone of New Hope, yeah, I'm probably going to love Force Awakens. I don't even think it was like a pure clone. Like, yes, it was very, very similar. Same beats and tone as New Hope was, okay? I totally understand that, okay? And I totally understand that might turn some people off. But I'm a guy, okay, I am, some of y'all already know this, I'm a fanatic when it comes to shonen anime. If you haven't noticed, there's a lot of shonen anime that repeats a lot of the same stuff from other shonen anime, okay? I'm a guy that doesn't need to reinvent the wheel all the time, okay? As long as you give me a really, really good, sturdy wheel, okay? I don't need you to break down the wheel. I don't need you to reinvent the wheel. I need some flashy rims on it, okay? If you can give me a really, really good wheel, okay? If you give me something that's just strong narrative, good characters, a fun time, that's all I want.
All right.
Good CG. You know, Star Wars The Force Awakens was a good movie, and I stand by that. It's an absolute banger. Not going to say it's perfect, but it's a banger. The Mandalorian.
But they're masterful. You got to do it.
This is a banger of a show. I'm not going to put it in masterful. Okay. I'm just not, okay. I don't love it as much as everybody loves it, okay. I'm not going to just like be like, oh, this is a perfect show. I don't love every episode from this show, okay. I'm not going to pretend like it's the most amazing show ever. I think it's a good freaking banger of a show. And that's how far I'm going to go for The Mandalorian.
That's cool, bro.
Haven't seen The Mandalorian, that's also one of those shows where you don't have to be like, it's like kind of like Rogue One. You don't have to be too much into Star Wars to watch.
Yep,
definitely recommend
into it.
But Star Wars The Clone Wars, masterful. Magnificent. Okay, I love Star Wars The Clone Wars. Okay, I will watch every episode growing up. Okay, it's a fantastic show. I think it's on Netflix. I'm not sure, but it's a fan, or it might be on Disney Plus. I'm not sure. Where is Star Wars The Clone Wars?
Might be HBO Max.
Might be time for a rewatch for that. But that's a masterful, one of the best world building shows out there. Okay, it actually makes me want to talk about these two shows now. Okay, now that we're talking about shows and animated shows. Star Wars, what's it called? Star Wars Resistance or something? I'm not going to act like
I've never seen that show.
Like every episode of Star Wars Resistance to be that judgy about it, okay? But unfortunately, I'm putting it in the 2-pack of ass. I'm putting it there. I'm sorry. It's not even close to anything.
Your guess is as good as mine, my man, because I've never seen it.
Star Wars to me, it's so bright and kiddish, and it just shouldn't exist. It just goes against how I feel Star Wars should be represented. Star Wars The Clone Wars is how I feel like Star Wars should be represented. I'm fine with a little campiness of Star Wars. You know, there's been a little campiness in Star Wars, okay? It's gone from full campy to straight up opera, okay? Like, that's how Star Wars has been over the years, and I get that, but like Star Wars Resistance, it's like when Star Wars just went too opera, too political, like it got kind of messy, going too campy and cartoony and kiddish like. That's also just that's not where it needs to be. I didn't like it. I didn't like the feel of it. So that's where it's gonna be. 2-pack of ash. Star Wars Rebels.
Haven't seen that one either.
Also one of those shows that has a good following, I would say, and it has some, I guess you could say, some would say haters to it too. Me personally, I guess I might be on that hater side. There might be some hateration in the air because I don't like Star Wars Rebels. It's a meh to me. It's a meh. It has some masterful episodes in it, but once again, it's not where I wanted Star Wars to go. I don't want to go too Disney, too campy. That's not how I feel like Star Wars is. There needs to be some moderation. It needs to be in the middle. Okay, and Star Wars Rebels, like I said, it has some. It has some of the like. There are certain episodes. It's some of the best material in Star Wars, especially the Darth Vader versus Ahsoka fight. That was some of, if not the best material in Star Wars. But that's like few and far in between, and that's the only thing that's kind of keeping it in meh. But the whole show to me, like I said, basically meh. Star Wars Episode Dos. I need to make a new tier. Below garbage. Oh my gosh, this movie is terrible. This is one of the worst, and I want to make it clear. I don't hate the prequels as a whole. Okay, I appreciate what the prequels did. You know, I think that in every single, I guess you could say, saga, whether it's the prequels, whether it's the sequels, whether it's the originals, whether it's the spin-offs, whether it's the cartoon shows, all of them has their downs.
Well, Attack of the Clones.
All of them. Even though, like I said, even though like Return of the Jedi.
I mean, I gotta remember that title. I mean, Attack of the Clones was alright. I mean, like, bruh. Phantom Menace, Vengeance, if that's the real thing, we gotta see where he ranks at. Because my thing is Phantom Menace, what's in the Darth Maul fight scene, golden moment. On top of that, Revenge of the Sith. For the memes alone, it's a banger. For the memes alone, it's a banger. For that fight scene at the end between Obi-Wan and Anakin alone, it's a banger.
Banger. It's actually in between meh and banger. Like I think all of them have their downs in a way. Okay, Episode 2 is a down. Okay. Episode 2 is trash. Like, it's below garbage. Episode 2 is actually one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Okay? It's not just a 2-pack of ass. It's literally below garbage. This movie is trash. Yes, the last ending fight scene is entertaining. That's all I can give it. Except for that, it's crap. I think the Cosmonaut Variety Hour review on this, his review on this will always be like my favorite review of all time.
So I'm gonna have everybody try to follow along with me real quick. So Palpatine needs Padme dead, but he doesn't want to do it himself. So he asks Count Dooku to go kill Padme, but Count Dooku doesn't want to do it himself. So Count Dooku asks Jango Fett to go kill Padme, but Jango Fett doesn't want to do it himself. So he asks his shapeshifter friend to go kill Padme, but the shapeshifter sends a robot to go kill Padme. And if you really want to be an asshole and get even more granular, the droid says, I'll send these little bugs to go kill Padme. Palpatine sends a man who sends a man.
It's like that one meme. It was like, I think it was in China or Japan, one of the Asian countries. Basically, this guy had hired a hitman to murder this guy, and the hitman hired another hitman to do it. Then the hitman hired another hitman to do it. Then the hitman and it just kept going and going and going until it showed up in court. It was like 9 dudes all about to go to jail because like the last person they hired was an undercover cop posing as a hitman, and he pushed it back the whole string and everything, and it was just wild.
Who sends a shapeshifter, who sends a robot, who sends bugs to go kill Padme.
The way he turned into this, I already knew it was a trash movie, but the way he turned up into that movie made it even a worse thing than it already was, and I didn't even know that was possible. Star Wars The Last Jedi. Man, this movie almost ruined Star Wars for me.
We are in agreement. That movie is trash, horrible, caca, feces. But it's not the worst Star Wars movie. It's the movie next to it.
This movie almost ruined Star Wars for me. Okay, it's Star Wars: The Last Jedi is a bad movie. Star Wars: The Force Awakens, I thought was a really good high and a really good.
And it's still this, just the premises and everything, all this build up and everything. You bring on Snoke, doesn't get him killed right away. You have Kylo and all this stuff, and it's like, oh, I don't know if I'm good, I don't know if I'm bad, I don't know if I'm good, I don't know if I'm bad. And then the fact that Luke, what's the day, was like, hey, this nigga having a bad dream. We gotta run my fade and try to sneak his nephew. Yeah, going Star Wars.
Good setup for what I was expecting to be a good trilogy. Star Wars: The Last Jedi took that, shat it on it, threw it in the trash, then threw it in the disintegrator. That's what Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Star Wars: The Last Jedi is a bad movie.
It is.
It's not just a bad Star Wars movie, because some people be like, oh, it's trying to be different. It might be a bad Star Wars movie, but it's a good movie. No, it's a bad movie. I can't even.
Facts. You speaking that, but facts.
There's so many reasons why this movie is terrible. They ruined Finn's character. They ruined Rey's character.
The fact that they threw in Rose out of nowhere, couldn't give Poe some more development. Had the movie stuck fast.
They ruined Poe's character. They sat the way that they sat Poe on the side, like that didn't make any sense. The little horsey world subplot, the casino world, terrible. They setting up the whole Rey and Kylo Ren thing. When there was basically sexting through the Force, terrible. What they did to Luke, terrible. The jokes, cringy. I hate this movie. Even though Episode 2 is below garbage, in my opinion, the worst in this franchise by far, I hate Star Wars: The Last Jedi the most. Okay, because Attack of the Clones, even though it was that bad, it didn't ruin the Star Wars lore for me. Star Wars: The Last Jedi literally tried to ruin Star Wars for me, and I will never forgive it for it. Hate, loathe, hate it. I said why. I hate this movie. I hate this movie.
How are you gonna rate Force Awakens?
So very much.
Now
we get to Star Wars,
Rise
of Skywalker. I even made a review on this movie. This movie was basically just fan service. The movie, I literally said this movie was literally a shonen movie. It was your cliche shonen movie. That's exactly what it was, and it was not a very good movie. I was a little entertained by it, at least. I'd rather watch it any day than The Last Jedi. Even though I would say this, I think that The Last Jedi is a little better than Rise of Skywalker, but that's only because The Last Jedi took the foundation of The Force Awakens and ruined what was supposed to be for Rise of Skywalker. I truly believe that. So The Last Jedi is the reason Rise of Skywalker was bad, in my opinion. That's exactly how.
I mean, my thing is, Force Awakens, we rehash everything from the old one and everything. Cool. We have new direction and all that. Last Jedi fucked it all up. Rise of Skywalker took that fuck up. Fucked that even more up. Defecated, urinated, buried it, brought it back up, burned it, put it in the incinerator, fed it to maggots, took that excrement from the maggots, burned it again, then shot that into the sun.
How I feel. Rise of Skywalker, 2-pack of ass. Revenge of the Sith!
That's masterful.
You and my brother Anakin, you were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. I hate you.
Masterful.
I loved it. Revenge of the Sith is, to this day,
masterful.
Other than Man of Steel, and what's another movie? Maybe Blade Runner 2049. Maybe there's a couple other movies in there. But Revenge of the Sith is, to this day, my favorite movie
Goated.
experience of all time. This movie,
I remember seeing it when I was in, I think, either second or third grade, one or the other. Only thing I know, that shit was like goated. And growing up, seeing it, I mean, it still has some nice moments. It's not as good, but at the same time, oh my god, the memes, the moments, that fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan at the end, when Anakin becomes Darth Vader, and then after that, unfortunately, we have memed Anakin committing genocide on children, but it's funny when people bring up the younglings for some reason, which is fucked up, but memes.
blew my 12-year-old's head off my neck, okay? This movie blew me away. Some would say it's not as good as you think it is. Yes, it is. This movie was masterful, okay? I will say this. Revenge of the Sith is a flawed masterpiece, okay?
Yep.
That's what it is. Yes, is there certain problems here and there? Yes, but it is a flawed masterpiece, okay?
Thanks.
It has some of the most masterful things, okay? The intro alone, okay? The fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan, the best one-on-one fight in all of cinema. That ending with Anakin, okay, it blew my mind. It blew my mind, okay? The Clone March, okay? Anakin, just scenes, just cinematography and scenes of just Anakin looking over, I forgot what the world was called. Somebody remind me what the world was called. I can't remember. That little fire world, wherever he was. That little volcano he was on. But him just looking out while he had tears in his eyes, thinking about what he has done. About that movie, okay? The Obi-Wan versus General Grievous fight. Everything about that movie I loved almost.
That was in that movie.
There's some cringy stuff in there that I don't like, I would definitely admit. And certain scenes with Padme, you know, it's kind of, you know, and like some people will argue maybe it was a little bit too much of a drastic change for Anakin to, you know, to literally kill younglings. Which, it is what it is. But to me, like I said, masterful. Favorite of the franchise, I will argue the best of the franchise. But that's just me. You know, that's just what I'm saying. You know, I'm just saying. You know, it is. All right, these three movies, I'm going to go ahead and get them out the way all together. Because they're all in the same category.
Two-pack ass.
Okay? Meh, super meh, and meh times 1,000. Okay? I think I said this before.
You love the
Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace you love.
And the Yoda voice.
Phantom Menace you love.
I mean, yeah, you got Yoda, and that day you got Darth Maul, got Qui-Gon, and that day you meet young Anakin, which is still creepy because my thing is Padme's still like at least 16, and this man's like 8, but they had to age him up for the next movie so it can be plausible and less creepy. Double standards, but that's another video.
It's not that bad of a movie to me. It's not. I really don't. Like, people hate. I can see there's some certain annoying things about it and cringy things. But you know what's funny? I think I've watched Phantom Menace in every movie on here. And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that be out of coincidence. I actually think Phantom Menace is a fun movie. It's a fun movie. It's cool. Like, you can say whatever you want. I think it's a fun, good world build, and it has some good world building to it too. I think it's actually, I almost convinced myself of putting it in banger. Maybe I need to watch it again. There was some corny stuff about this movie. I'm not gonna lie. I'll put it in meh.
Now this is popular.
But it almost earned itself in banger. It's a fun movie. Like,
I put it in banger. I like the movie.
I've probably seen even more. I've seen Phantom Menace even more than Revenge of the Sith. Because it's something that you can like literally sit down at any time and just like, hey, Phantom Menace is on. Might as well watch it. That's what it feels like watching Phantom Menace. Clone Wars, like I said, man. I was fine with that movie. I actually saw this movie in theaters. I think I was actually one of the rare ones that got to see that in theaters. It was actually had the DVD to it too. I enjoyed the movie, but I wouldn't say it was a good movie. But You know, people hated Ahsoka in this movie. I didn't hate Ahsoka in this movie. I thought it was interesting. And Solo, average that it hurts. Average that it hurt my soul, okay? I will never watch that movie again. That movie was so dang boring. I nearly fell asleep.
For all that building and all that backstory, and yes, I mean, no wrong. Childish Gambino and Lando was chill. You couldn't say that movie. That movie, you can throw it away. Throw it away.
I'm sorry, that dude, whoever played Solo, was just not Solo. He was not Solo. I know it's supposed to be before he turned into Solo. No.
No.
He just wasn't Solo, period. He just didn't have Harrison's forward. Like
when you get upstaged by your secondary character, that means you were a bad first character. I mean, like, case in point, not the Lone Ranger. Was it the Lone Ranger? 1 second. One moment. Yeah, it was the Lone Ranger. Lone Ranger with Armie Hammer and Jack Sparrow as Tonto. First, I mean, my thing is, first off, you have Jack Sparrow as Tonto. Of course, that's going to upstage anybody because it's fucking Jack Sparrow, a.k.a. Johnny Depp, a.k.a. The GOAT, a.k.a. Fuck What You Heard, a.k.a. Fuck Amber Heard. But that's beside the point. Armie Hammer, unfortunately, didn't stand a chance, and unfortunately, now he's a creep. Well, he was always a creep, but if y'all seen the shit I've been seeing, that nigga creep talking about he want to eat people and shit. But back to the video.
You could say this is before he became the Han Solo. Okay, no, you don't teach charisma the way that Harrison Ford has. That's not teachable. Okay, you're born with that.
I mean, hey, bro, it's Harrison Ford, bro, Han Solo, Indiana Jones, the list goes on.
I'm sorry. There is no I learned lessons and I became Harrison Ford. I became no, you are born with a certain skill set, okay? You are born.
If you got the drip, you got the drip. You ain't got the drip, you can't get with it.
With a certain charisma. You cannot fake or gain the charisma that Harrison Ford, the actual actor, and what she has. And the guy that played Solo in this movie did not have it. I would say, though, before I almost forgot, Donald Glover, though. He was amazing in that movie.
See,
that was one of those things. He has that charisma that can't be taught. Like Billy D. Williams had that charisma that could not be taught. Donald Glover had that same charisma, so it matched. The guy that played Han Solo, I'm sorry, I'm sure he's a fine actor. You know, I'm not sure, but it just didn't work in the movie. Was just completely just a snooze fest. Because like I say, you like this video, this is my list. Where would you put things? Where would you?
So let's see, as far as the list, we on the same page for most of it. I move Rise of Skywalker down to Hating Low with Last Jedi. They both belong in hell together. We can move below garbage. Episode 2 is meh to me. Solo, you can put in Tupac's ass. I never seen Rebels or the other one, so you can keep them where they are. I can take this opinion. Move Mandalorian up to the top, because that's masterful. Rogue One up to the top, because that's masterful too. Yeah. We on the same page, my nigga.
You rank things. Give me a like, subscribe, share, comment, like. You've all been amazing. Peace to fingers.
Heck, bro, that's another video, another reaction. Heck, man. We on the same page as far as me and WesSideLive. I mean, hey, cool dude. Link be in the description below. Other than that, stay up, stay lit, stay active. See you on another reaction. We out.